On Tuesday, the centre brought in a historic bill, the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, or the Women's Reservation Bill, marking a culmination of efforts made by many parties to get Women's Reservation Bill cleared in the Indian Parliament. This bill mandates 33% reservation for women in the Indian Parliament and also in state legislatures. Remember that women form 50% of India's electorate, but when it comes to the Parliament, they're just 15%. The number is even worse when it comes to state legislatures, with the number going down to 10%. But in the last few years, in the last 27 years, this bill has been opposed tooth and nail by several parties, three parties mainly, the Mandal parties that have basically asked for quota within quotas. These are parties that have social justice as one of their main plank, and they basically said that unless there is reservation for OBC women, this bill will not be acceptable to them. And in 96 and in 2010, the Parliament actually saw fierce debates on this bill when these parties were actually supporting the Congress and still opposing this bill. In fact, there was almost a virtual bloodshed. This was something that a JDU MP had talked about. There was a breaking of a glass, and also misogynistic and offensive statements made by certain leaders, including Sharad Yadav and Mulayam Singh Yadav, talking about how urban women cannot represent the aspirations of women of villages. But those times were different. Today, the BJP has absolute majority in the Lok Sabha, and it is the single largest party in the Rajya Sabha, so the numbers are not a concern. While the Congress and left parties have already supported the bill, it is interesting to see how SAPA, RJD and JDU will actually respond to this bill. I spoke to Samajwadi Party MP Ram Gopal Yadav, who said that the party is all set to support the Women's Reservation Bill that was introduced on Tuesday, but the party will also make it clear what its position is with respect to OBC reservations, especially for women. Now, it is also important to understand that these parties are not politically, numerically significant as they were in 1996 or 2010. The numbers have significantly diminished, which is why the debate may not be as fierce as it was in the 90s and in 2010. But it will be interesting to see what kind of impact it has, what kind of discord it leaves in the India alliance that is all set to give the BJP a fight in 2024.